I often felt like we were in uncharted waters. I tried to find biblical resources to help us navigate these rocky shoals, but nothing was available. Of course, there were plenty of solid Christian books about parenting young children. In recent years, there have even been some very useful editions about parenting adolescents and dealing with teenage rebellion. But there wasn't anything that addressed the unique challenges Caroline and I were facing. Challenges that confronted both us as parents and our sons as adult children. The conflicts and difficulties between parents and their adult kids aren't merely issues among Christians either. Time magazine had a cover story about the social phenomenon of twixters, a term referring to adults who are still living at home and who remain in between adulthood and childhood. In many ways, they're more like overgrown kids when it comes to managing mature responsibilities. In the movie Failure to Launch, Matthew McConaughey portrays a typical twixter, a 30-something slacker who has finally driven his parents to desperation. Determined to be free from this albatross, they hire an expert to engineer circumstances that, they hope, will launch their son out of their home. While things don't work out exactly as they planned, their son does finally move out, and the film ends with the parents gladly singing, "Hit the road, Jack." That this twixter phenomenon is becoming part of our day-to-day lives was made plain to me a few months ago while walking through the Phoenix airport. I saw a young man sporting a t-shirt that boldly declared, "I still live with my parents." I knew that he was making an attempt at humor, but I wondered why he would wear a shirt like that. The Christian community is facing unique challenges of its own regarding this problem, as many young adults are deciding to leave the faith after being raised in Christian homes. Barna research reports that 6 out of 10 20-somethings who were involved in church during their teen years have dropped out of actively participating in Christian activities. In recent years, as the first generation of homeschooled kids are graduating and entering adulthood, many have failed to meet the high expectations of their parents. These are not children who failed to leave home. These are children who failed to embrace the faith of their home. Homeschool leader Reb Bradley writes, "In the last couple of years, I have heard from multitudes of troubled homeschool parents around the country, a good many of whom were leaders. These parents have graduated their first batch of kids, only to discover that their children didn't turn out the way they thought they would. Many of these children were model homeschoolers while growing up. But sometime after their 18th birthday, they began to reveal that they didn't hold to their parents' values. Some of these young people grew up and left home in defiance of their parents. Others got married against their parents' wishes. And still others got involved with drugs, alcohol, and immorality. I have even heard of several exemplary young men who no longer believe in God. My own adult children have gone through struggles I never guessed they would have faced. Most of these parents remain stunned by their children's choices because they were fully confident their approach to parenting was going to prevent any such rebellion. Well-intentioned parents who have devoted 2 decades of their lives trying to shape their children are having a hard time letting go of their adult kids, especially when they make choices.